Beck Bros Productions is proud to present Omaha Junior Lancers High School Hockey. Omaha Junior Lancers Hockey is brought to you by Olden House Contracting, Seymour Auto Centers, the Sports Medicine Program at Nebraska Medicine, Sid Dillon Auto Dealers, the Midwest High School Hockey League, and Beck Bros Productions. Now, Omaha Junior Lancers Hockey.
Welcome back to day 3 of Midwest High School Hockey Action Championship Tournament here in Ames, Iowa. With me today is Mike Plasakis. Mike, we're getting ready to drop the puck in this 5th place game.
Teams are neutralized. The puck's been dropped. Omaha gains control. They throw it into the Devils zone. Played off from behind the net. That's Devils goaltender Carter Fens is starting this game. Dubuque brings it into neutral ice and lobs it in on Luke Weberg, starting goaltender for the Omaha Junior Lancers this morning. Ian Tessier trying to play the puck out. Puck gets wrapped from behind their net. Berkowitz leaves it for Degnan. And back in to Tessier. Chip pass out for Braxton Hatch. He tries to find the weak side forward. Unable to do so. Tanner Eggers now comes onto the ice. Omaha trying to get a quick change. Tessier back on the retreat. He'll play the puck on a reversal to Noah Payton. Payton looking for the weak side forward. Finds Alex Dektula, yesterday's hero in the game against Mason City. Got the game-winning goal in the second period. Puck's along the strong side half wall here. Gets moved to the center. Payton plays it wide. Back to Payton. Dubuque doing a good job trapping in the Omaha zone. Able to dump the puck back in. Omaha unable to launch a breakout here. Tessier's still out. Plays it up the half wall to Deptula. Deptula gets finished right on the face-off dot. Back into neutral ice. Mitchell has it. He dumps in. Payton reverses to Tessier. Tessier has centerman Zach Grun, who chips it to Deptula. Deptula brings it into the Dubuque end. Grun now with it. He has a wide open forward net front and a shot by Jackson Peterson and a steer away by Fens. Dubuque now. Number 43 takes it into the zone. That's Gabe Borcheller. He gets a shot just wide of the net. Puck comes to the point to LeConte and a redirect down into the corner. LeConte back in. Backhand shot goes wide of the net. Borcheller trying to keep the puck in the zone. Milius on the retreat. He plays it back up for Borcheller. Borcheller goes D to D to Rykins. Rykins plays it up into neutral ice, and Dubuque is offsides. They'll have to tag up, and this will give Omaha some time for Cardona to play the puck out. He finds Larry Mercier. Mercier unable to keep the puck on his stick, and then Omaha plays it back out to Cody Walters, who lays it in the left wing corner. On a wrap, the puck comes out into neutral ice and dumped back in by Omaha. Indirect pass to Grobstick. Grobstick tries to play between the defender, Steven Degnan. He's poke checked away. Puck comes net front. Mitchell now has it at the point, and a shot just wide of the net as Dubuque gets traffic in front of goaltender Luke Weberg. Puck's moved to the opposite side, and it's dropped in by Ethan Wolf. Andrew Netter playing it behind the net. He finds Grobstick. Grobstick looks for the far side point man, which is Mitchell. And the puck comes out in a neutral ice. They dump back in where Tessier looks to indirect a pass to Jacob Berkowitz. He just enters the zone offside, and there'll be a face-off in neutral ice here, our first whistle of the game. Starting lineups. 98, Braxton Hatch for Omaha. He'll be the centerman. He'll be flanked by 89, Austin Esep, and number 22, Jacob Berkowitz. Left side D is number 12, Steve Degnan, and 36, Ian Tessier. On the opposite side, Luke Weberg in the net. Puck gets shot just wide of the Omaha cage. Played now by Fortin. He wraps. Puck lands in the slot area for number 55, Dylan Cross. Hard wrap to Sloan. Sloan wraps it back the other direction to Berkowitz. Berkowitz has forechecking pressure. And Omaha is out. Estep takes the pass, dishes it for number 16, Ian Sloan. He has to tag up. He plays it off in his feet. Now picked up by Zach Grun, who lays it in. Puck's played by Cameron Belmont, who lays it into neutral ice. Now Cardona has it. He whiffs on a pass. Comes back to Cardona. He finds Cody Walters. Walters loses the handle. And back into the Omaha zone. Cardona rims it for Walters, who's looking for the weak side forward. Tries to find Peterson coming through center ice there. Cardona now with it. A lot of back and forth action here so far. Now a 2-on-1 as Milius comes in. Cardona comes back on the back check, able to pick up the weak side forward. Zach Kraus finishes his check behind the net and separates number 18, Milius, from the puck. Omaha's in the Dubuque end now. Walters has it behind the Dubuque cage. He plays it. He's looking for a net front forward. Moves to the point to Kraus. Kraus drives it toward the net. And a redirect by Tanner Eggers right into the body of Carter Fens. And we'll have a stoppage in play at 11:16 left in this first period.
Well, I was talking to their team rep last night, Larry Netter, and he said both of his goalies have come ill, and both were having less than fortunate nights over the porcelain last night. So,
the referee, the banded one in this game is Jim Hunnicky, and Travis Larson and Clark are on the lines. Omaha still in the Dubuque zone. Tessier able to find Deptula, who tries to leave it for Tanner Eggers. Dubuque plays it behind their net. Mitchell picks it up. Skratsky now steals the puck off the half wall. Still has control. Gets bumped off the play, and Tessier able to drive it back in. Skratsky first one to the puck as the puck gets wrapped from strong side to weak side. That's the left wing corner for Omaha. And Dubuque lays it out into neutral ice where Berkowitz plays it to Skratsky. Back to Degnan. He briefly loses the handle. Dubuque is offside. They'll have to tag up. Tessier tries to indirect the pass into neutral ice for Burko. Played back by Mitchell. Mitchell just lofts it into neutral ice. Grobstick now has it. He backhands it into the Omaha zone. Tessier on the hard wrap. Gains neutral ice where Borchweller plays it back in on the opposite side. Forechecking pressure there. That's number 55, Dylan Cross, and Ian Tessier battling for the puck. Tessier comes out, and the puck leaves the playing surface with 9:47 left in this first period. Your scores are zeros. Omaha Junior Lancers and Dubuque Devils. First period action. The game is knotted at zeros. Face off just to the glove side of Weber. Comes to the point. Borcheller plays it down the half wall for Fortin. Fortin dumps it back behind the net, and it's picked up by Perry. Perry tries to move it to the weak side wall. Unable to do so. Feed from behind the net. Comes net front and a redirect, and Weberg with a cover-up.
That was a little confusing there because head referee Jim Hunnicky pointed at the net as if it was a goal, but yet they're facing off in the
There's the replay.
Side.
Puck came from low to high just out in front of the net, and Weberg was able to make the save. Here's a pass and a shot by Gruen. Stopped by Fens. Laid back in. Gruen trying to play the puck. He gets to the half wall, brings it back up for Sloan. Sloan drops it in, but a good front by Dubuque brings them out 3-on-2. Back checking forward Jackson Peterson, and a kick save by Weberg as a shot was feathered to the net front. And off the backside wall, a cover up at 8:58.
Luke Weberg's looking pretty sharp here this morning on the few shots he's had. Mike?
Yes, playing well. He's played well all weekend, and hence the start for today's game. Grobstick on the dot. He wins the puck back. Rykins at the right point. Hatch now. Low support. Brings it across to Berkowitz. Kraus plays it back for Cardona. Cardona back to Burko. Burko finds Estep. Estep trying to gain some speed in neutral ice. Streaking down the right wing side. He leaves it for Berkowitz, who comes in with good speed. He drops it for Cardona. And we have our first call of the game. Looks like there'll be a minor penalty for interference.
Is that on Dubuque?
On Dubuque, number 4. Jacob Rykins, 2-minute minor for interference, and Omaha will go on their first power play.
Yeah, there was a battle going on. I don't know if we'll get a replay on it, but there was a battle going on down in front of the net, probably a little bit behind the play. Braxton Hatch was trying to get position, and he was getting knocked around.
Well, that puck was thrown indirectly just at the blue line. Here's the play. The puck comes out and played right there. Grobstick with a handy chip pass to himself, and he would have been in alone had that penalty been called. Sloan to Payton. Payton gets a red line and drives it in on hard wrap. Gruen seals off the wall. He's got Peterson there for support. But Dubuque able to sweep check the puck back into the Omaha zone on a nice clear. Sloan behind his net. Picks it up. That mans it to Payton. Puck's redirected. Walters coming into the zone. He's pressing number 7, Ethan Wolf, who brings it up the half wall. And Anthony Fortin clears the zone. Sloan once again. He's got pressure behind his cage. Stolen away up front, and a shot and a score! Ian Sloan loses the puck behind his net, and it's played off by the first forechecker, who finds Carter Grobstick, and Grobstick, net front unattended, beats Luke Weberg. Dubuque leads 1-0 with 7:32 left in this first period. Here's the play. He gets forechecking pressure, loses the puck, the dish, and the score. McDermott on that assist. Dubuque's shorthanded goal. 48 seconds left on the penalty to Rykins. Puck's moved to Degnan. Degnan leaves it for Hatch. Degnan picks it back up on a bump from Hatch. He leaves it back for Estep. Estep from the top of the circle gets a shot blocked by a Dubuque defender. That's number 7, Ethan Wolf. Now the puck comes over to Romagna. He plays it into neutral ice for Jimmy McDermott. McDermott on it, but he's got checking pressure from Estep. And a shot from the half wall, and a save by Luke Weberg.
The puck right now just seems to be sliding all over the place off the Omaha, the Omaha sticks. They can't seem to catch a pass, throw a pass, and right now that's led to the Dubuque goal.
Goal by Carter Grobstick, number 9, assists to Jimmy McDermott. A shorthanded goal for the Dubuque Devils. They take the lead 1-0 with 8 seconds left in the penalty to Rykins. 6:26 left in this first period. Dubuque is now full strength. They step into the zone. That's number 29, Belmont. He gets a shot wide of the net. Played on the half wall by Walters. Cardona now back into the corner. He'll wrap to the opposite side, where it's played by Zach Kraus. He indirects a pass. Too much mustard, and it comes into the Dubuque end, and a cover-up by Carter Fens, and we'll have a face-off to his blocker side. 5:59 left in this first period. Deptula out now with Skratsky and Eggers. This line showed a lot of energy yesterday in a game where Omaha hung on to win. Deptula on the draw. Dubuque wins it back and plays it off a redirect out of play, and this faceoff will come back to the dot. Deptula versus Milius here on his second draw here. Deptula wins this faceoff, and a shot comes to the net and misplayed by Fens, almost put it in on himself. Deptula from behind the net. He's got pressure. He's got backside support from Skratsky. Degnan lays it in for Skratsky in the strong side corner. He gets it stolen away, and it's played into neutral ice where Tessier makes a play, but the puck comes out into neutral ice, and Degnan dumps back in where Omaha has to tag up. Indirect pass off the half wall by Dubuque. Shot on goal by Tessier, wide of the net. Payton now laying it in. Stopped by 29, Cameron Belmont, who just fielded that out of the sky, and they're able to push back into the Dubuque zone. Nifty play there, but a healthy back check helped a scoring opportunity by Dubuque there. They come in offside. We'll have a face-off just outside the defensive zone.
Looks like Omaha right now is trying to hit those stretch passes, and
there's the replay from the shot from Tessier where Fens plays it with his blocker and just almost puts it in on himself. Puck's behind the net. Played by Kraus. Kraus up the half wall. They can't transition. Degnan now has it. He goes back over to Kraus, and he gets taken out of the play. We'll have another whistle and stoppage in play. There'll be another interference on a delayed penalty here. And I believe this is also going to go against Dubuque, number 21. That's Tyler LeConte. Here's the replay. Yep. Played Kraus from behind, took him off the puck, and that'll be interference. 2-minute minor interference. Omaha goes on their second power play. They're 0 for 1. Dubuque able to dump the puck in the zone, and they're aggressively forechecking. They're playing the D from behind the net, which typically you don't see. You don't like your front forechecker to chase behind the net. Grobstick now with it. He tries to move it out of the zone. Degnan, he winds up, takes a shot about 10 feet wide of the net.
Net's off.
Nets come off the moorings, and we'll have another face-off here with 4:07 left in this first period. 1:31 left in the penalty to LeConte. This face-off will be to Fens' glove side. Skratsky on the draw. He's out with Deptula, Eggers, Kraus, and Degnan.
They're going to add a little bit of water to this post to freeze it in there a little bit.
Puck is dropped. Dubuque wins it back. Borcheller with it. He's got pressure from Eggers. Borcheller winds around and able to clear the puck into the Omaha defensive zone, played by Weberg. Degnan comes out the opposite side, looking for a head man. Finds Eggers. Eggers coming through neutral ice, gets to his forehand, looking for a dish, lays it into the corner for Deptula. Deptula trying to get there, and Payton unable to seal off the wall, and Dubuque makes it clear. McDermott on the chase. Payton plays it over for Sloan. Back to Payton, who drops it for Walters. Walters tries to stick handle just inside the zone and is poke checked away. Sloan comes back in. Shot and a kick save by Fens. And Dubuque on the clear. Grun now plays it. He's got pressure by Grobstick. Nifty move by Grun using the net. He's played off the puck, but Sloan able to gain it in neutral ice. They've got a 3-on-2. He dishes it wide for Walters. Walters peels back high, drops it down low on the wrap. Grun's trying to get there. Sloan in the zone. He plays it out front on a blind pass, and not an Omaha player in front of the net area. Dubuque able to clear. Teams are 5-on-5 in full strength now, with 2:28 left in this period.
I think Omaha was lucky to maybe get one shot, and I think that's it there. Bad save by Carter Fens. On
a shot by Ian Sloan from the left point. This face-off will come down to Weberg's glove side. Milius. He goes against Perry. Shot is won back to Mitchell, and they're able to drive a puck to the net, and Weberg with a kick save. Omaha once again finding the going tough on the face-off circles. We have a delay call on. Holding is the call at the 2:07 mark of the first period. This will be on Omaha defenseman Jared Cardona, number 10. We'll have a replay. There's the kick save. Cardona playing the puck up the half wall. And he wrapped his arm around the head of a Dubuque player there. So clearly a hold. He'll go off for 2 minutes. Omaha on their first penalty kill and Dubuque on their first power play. Omaha able to throw it into neutral ice, where Borcheller plays it off for number 4, Jacob Rykens. Rykens looking for an indirect pass. They go cross ice to Borcheller. Borcheller comes into the zone. He's dangerous from there. E-step wraps it around for Berkowitz. Berkowitz just trying to chip it out into neutral ice. Unable to do so. Dubuque plays it across ice to Cross. Cross at the circle, lays it down for Fortin. Fortin playing it in the corner. Fortin comes around the top of the circle to Rykens. He's on his backhand, tries to fish it in toward the net front. Comes back to Rykens on his forehand. Shot goes wide of the net. 1 minute left in this period, 51 seconds left in this Dubuque power play. Rykens from the point, he gets to the dot and a shot. And there was traffic in front of Luke Weberg, number 16, McDermott. Another shot from the point that gets through. Omaha needs to do a better job fronting those Dubuque defensemen. 36 seconds left. Dubuque tries to quickly move the puck up with 29 seconds left. Rykens leaves it for McDermott. McDermott finds number 8, Romagna, on the left wing blue line. Romagna plays it from behind the Omaha cage and moves it up to the point. They try to go D to D. They go down the half wall to Rykens. Rykens comes in, gets a shot on net, and is saved by Weberg, and now teams are even strength with 5 seconds left in this first period.
You know, outside of this Dubuque goal, it's been an uneventful first period. Omaha just hasn't been able to put anything together.
Here's the replay from Rykens. He gets to the hash marks on the half wall and gets a good shot on Weberg. Weberg able to smother it and cover up for a face-off. Grobstick on the dot. Puck's dropped. Comes back to Omaha. Peyton has it now, and they'll just run out the clock here. So that ends the first period action. Dubuque Devils 1, Omaha Junior Lancers 0. We'll be back for second period action. You're watching the Omaha Junior Lancers Hockey Network.
The last thing I want to do is build something that doesn't look like it goes. I mean, I want to make sure that it meshes and it really looks like it's always been there. I like to tear into a project that's been there for 80 or 90 or 100 years, and seeing how the old guys put it together. The way these old craftsmen did it, I mean, they worked hard on a house and a project. It took them a long time to do it. We do a lot of custom milling of the millwork to match the original profiles of the house. We might steal a piece of casing off a door or a piece of baseboard somewhere and have that custom milled so that it's the same exact profile, so it really feels like it's the same.
We had a client at one time, we redid her kitchen for her. And when we removed the partition wall that separated her regular living space with the kitchen, she started crying because she was so thrilled with how the space turned out.
People are really happy with how it turns out, and it really makes that whole space just seem much bigger, especially when we're doing like a room addition or something like that. All of a sudden you open it up and you've got that huge new space, and it's like, bam, huge impact for everybody.
We hope our clients have great stories. Have something fun to say about the experience and the surprises, and it just is all part of the storyline.
I live in the neighborhood, I work in the neighborhood. I could build a new house out in West Omaha, and I choose to live in the Dundee neighborhood, and to work in these old homes. That's my passion.
The sports medicine program at Nebraska Medicine is proud to be the athletic trainer and sports medicine provider for Omaha Junior Lancers high school hockey. The multidisciplinary program is uniquely designed to bring together physicians and professionals from specialties and subspecialties, collaborating to develop a customized treatment and rehabilitation program for each patient. The sports medicine team includes experts in primary care, sports medicine, orthopedics, neurology, physical and occupational therapy, and athletic training. For injuries sustained during any activity, count on one team for treatment. To make an appointment with the sports medicine program, call 1-800-922-0000. Nebraska Medicine. Serious medicine. Extraordinary care.
We're back here live at Ames ISU Arena between periods, getting ready to start the second period of action right now. Your Omaha Junior Lancers are currently losing to the number 3 seed Dubuque Devils 1-0.
Good first period of hockey. A lot of back and forth action. I think the teams both started a little slow, but the game has picked up as the period went on. A few little breakdowns. The goal that Dubuque scored was a shorthanded goal and very opportunistic. Ian Sloan came from behind his net and got some forechecking pressure, which typically you don't see that deep in the zone. Because if that forward gets stuck deep, the defenseman usually picks up the puck and just comes out the opposite side. And typically there's skating room, and they can further outnumber the situation. But the puck was coughed up behind the net. They gained control, and Grobstick, very astute, came right down the center of the ice. No back checker, or the back checker was late. And tape-to-tape pass. Here's the turnover right here. 16 picks it up and just lays it for Grobstick right there unattended. And he beats Weberg point blank, glove side. Not really a chance for Weberg to even make that save.
No, I mean, he made an attempt.
He made a great attempt, but that close with a player like Carter Grobstick, he's going to finish the majority of those plays.
Absolutely, and as you saw, the water bottle popped up to confirm the...
Just accentuate what just happened.
Exactly, exactly. Well, looking at that first period, I kind of mentioned earlier in the game that it looked like Omaha couldn't finish passes, couldn't make passes. It was the puck was rolling off the sticks. Maybe just a little bit wide. We were trying to lead guys on the indirect passes. They were going for icings. Where yesterday, those things were working in the first period. Yeah,
yesterday's first period was a relatively good first period, and we it was a little frustrating to watch the second and third, as we just felt that the team just kind of hung on, and this team has had a propensity to do that during the course of the season. They just don't, A team needs to have the killer instinct from the standpoint that when you have an opponent down, you need to be able to step on the neck and put the opponent away and win the game. And Omaha has a tendency to back off the gas pedal a little bit. And that's what happened in yesterday's game. They were fortunate enough to win. We were happy about the win, but it wasn't a convincing win. And the play in the second and third period really kind of degenerated from the first period. Now, this was a relatively good first period. Both teams just kind of felt each other out early on in the game, and then it got better as the period ended. So we'll see how they come out in the second period here if they're raring to go.
Well, if you're Coach Blazek, are you in the locker room right now? I mean, in my mind, you're in there. You're letting the team know that, hey, it was, like you said, it was a good first period, but we need to pick up the physicality, the intensity, make those passes tape to tape, and good things will start to happen.
I think that, like we talk about fundamentals, you just got to break the game down to the simplest things. And, as a result of that goal, protect the puck better. Always put your body between the puck and the forechecker. And had Sloan picked that puck up, a right-handed guy coming from behind the net and playing it back up the backboards, he would have escaped that checking pressure and would have had the whole left side of the net to come out on. So protect the puck and typically make good passes. Make sure your indirect passes are laid into the zone so they can be easily picked up by oncoming forwards. And just be deliberate about your play.
Right.
Win the dots, those types of things.
Absolutely. Now, if you're the Dubuque coaching staff, what are you telling your team now in between first and second?
Well, they've obviously got momentum now, and so they need to keep doing what they're doing. They need to keep putting pressure on the Omaha players. I think one of the things that if I'm their coach, I'm saying pressure the defensemen. Pressure Omaha's defensemen. That'll keep our defensemen on our toes. We have very good quality defensemen, but they're going to have to execute at a high level to gain zones and move out of their end. And if Dubuque has good pressure on those players, they're going to cough up pucks in the D zone and give Dubuque opportunities.
Absolutely, and Dubuque has those types of players. Grobstick, I think, is number 8 in the league scoring with like 52 points. That's not a kid that you want to leave alone in front of your net, especially like in that short-handed opportunities. So.
Yeah, he's a kid that can finish, and Carter Grobstick is, let's see, where is that? That's about 8th, and he's got 28 games played, 30 goals, 18 assists for 48 points, and 90 minutes in penalties. So he's a quality player, and you can't leave that guy unattended. But Grobstick, give him credit. He has good anticipation. He's proactive. He saw that turnover, and he flew right down the center of the ice.
Absolutely. We're going to take a short break as the Zamboni finishes cleaning the ice. We'll be back here with second period action. You're watching the Junior Lancer Hockey Network.
Comfortable in his new life in Deer Run, young Reuben Beeler is called away by Marshal Marion Daniels to help in an investigation of murder and mutilation north of St. Joe. That begins a search for killers and leads the men northward into unfamiliar territory, pitting them against a family of outlaws who have ruled Nottoway County since before the Civil War. Push comes to shove right smart, and things get hot and heavy quick as even Rube and Marion and Homer, outnumbered and outgunned, take to the dodge. It comes to be some desperate for all of them before they get off the Nottoway Trail. Nottoway Trail, part of the Trail series by David R. Lewis. Available as an ebook at Amazon.com, Smashwords, and iTunes. And as an e-audiobook at Audible.com.
It's been an exciting night of Pee Wee hockey, Billy.
These kids have really played their hearts out tonight, Jim.
We're tied 4-4 late in the third period. Players line up for a face-off in the neutral zone. We could be looking at overtime. And now in the stands, two moms drop their mittens, and it looks like they want to go. It's Porter's mom and Smith's mom. Smith's mom gets in two quick right hands. Porter's mom gets her hand free. They start wrestling by the soda machine.
Wow, Porter's got a real big size advantage in this one.
Now Wilkinson's mom comes in from behind. Wilkinson pulls Porter's cashmere sweater over her head. Porter swinging her purse wildly, and in the corner, Smith now wants a piece of Romanuk's Nanny, and here they go. Smithy is really laying it on Romanuk's Nanny.
I tell you, that's got to be one of the most unladylike things I've ever seen. Wilkinson came in from behind, grabbed Porter by her cashmere sweater.
We got parents pairing up everywhere in the stands. It's absolute mayhem at the arena.
This is really turning into a full-scale Donnybrook.
Relax. It's just a game. A message from USA Hockey.
You're back here live at Ames ISU Arena here in between first and second period here. The Dubuque Devils, number 3 seed coming into the tournament, are leading the number 5 Omaha Junior Lancers 1-0 after the first intermission.
Great game so far. Like we talked about, Dubuque very capitalistic, on the turnover there, on the shorthanded goal, and Omaha just needs to play a little sounder when they're on outnumbered situations like that and take advantage of their power plays. Well, 0 for 1 on theirs, or 0 for 2, I believe, right, Joe? Yep, 0 for 2 on the power play for Omaha.
Well, we're getting ready here. Zamboni's off, ice is dried, and just waiting for the officials to step on the ice and get the teams back on here to start second period.
Next game will feature Sioux City and
Des Moines Oak Leafs.
In the
third place game.
In the third place game, Sioux City from the West Division, along with Omaha, Kansas City, and Lincoln. So that'll be an interesting contest. That takes place at 11 o'clock. And then the championship game, the KC Jets will play the Des Moines Capitals in the final at 1 o'clock.
Final 1 o'clock, and we here at Omaha Junior Lancer Network are rooting for the Kansas City Jets, obviously.
That's going to be a nice matchup, and perfectly honest, the Caps are a highly skilled team. They're quick, but I don't know if they're built for a physical type of a contest, and the Jets have a little bit of everything. They've got grit, they got physicality, they're skilled, they're fast, and they play hard. Their compete level, I've yet to see a team in the league with a compete level like they have.
Absolutely.
So that'll be a very interesting final.
And when Kansas City turns it on, when it really turns it on, I don't think there's any team in this league that can touch them.
They're tough to beat, absolutely.
Absolutely tough to beat.
Well, teams are on the ice now. Officials are ready to go. They'll bring this puck. The teams have changed ends, and we'll get ready for this face-off to start. Second period action. 1-0 is your score. Dubuque leads.
Looks like Omaha's going to start up with the same group of guys that started the game. Or am I? Nope, I am wrong. They switched up the forward lines. They're going to come back out with Skradsky, Egger, and Deptula.
Tessier and Degnan on the back line. Dubuque's coming out with Grobstick at center. LeConte and Netter on the forward line. Puck's dropped. Skradsky wins it back to Degnan. Degnan picks it up behind his cage. He moves it up to half wall to Deptula. Deptula lays it into neutral ice, tries to find Skradsky, led him a little too much. Puck goes back in. Degnan now has it. He's got a little time. Indirect pass right on the tape of Tanner Eggers, and he lays it into the Dubuque end. He's forechecking Mitchell, who wraps it. Skradsky now with it. He tries to gain control, and the puck comes into neutral ice, where it's played for Skradsky off the half wall. Skradsky comes in. He comes down low into the zone, drops it back for Eggers, and Eggers with a nice shot and a score from in front of the net. We'll get a replay on this, but I think that was Alex Deptula.
That's the energy line right there that Coach Blazek talked about so much yesterday.
We'll get the replay on this. The play started in neutral ice where Eggers chips it down for Skradsky. He plays it back for Eggers, who gets a shot and a save, and Deptula's there to force the issue, and he buries as he's being roughed up in front of the net. We'll get the official scoring here in a moment. Omaha back into the Dubuque end, and Larry Mercier with a nice shot off the face-off, comes into the zone, just shoots wide of the net. Your score is tied now, 1-1, with 16 minutes left in the second period. Mercier trying to play it back in. Sloan has to come out and tag up. Borcheller plays behind his net. He lays it into neutral ice where Payton will go on the chase. He'll pick up this puck. Hard wraps it for Sloan. McDermott able to leave it in the zone, and he dishes back to number 55. That's Dylan Cross, who lays it, tries to find an oncoming forward, and it ends up in neutral ice where it's dropped back to the Omaha defenseman, Ian Sloan. He plays it out into neutral ice, and we're going to have another delayed call here.
Oh, that was a late.
Tripping call, minor tripping in neutral ice behind the play. And this will go against number 9, Angelo Perry. Omaha forward number 9, Angelo Perry, 2-minute minor for tripping at 15-13 in this second period.
Well, one of the things that needs to happen is we need to stay out of the box. Dubuque's got a fairly potent power play.
2 huge saves. Shot goes D to Borcheller. He launches one, and Weberg with a kick save, and then a follow-up on a rebound. Grobstick now with it. Top of the circle, he peels back. He's looking toward the middle. He lines up and gets a shot. Blocked by an Omaha defender. That's Cardona, and he comes out with it. Lays it into the Dubuque end and tries to wrap it net front. Dubuque out with it. Rykens gains the middle. Those defensemen need to gap up. Puck's played to the point where Borcheller tries to lay it in. It's Skratsky able to gain the handle and dump it back into the Dubuque end for a clear. Mercier now out on the first man on the forecheck. He makes separation. Oldenhouse fans on the puck. Borcheller to the middle. And he gets a shot and a save by Weberg. Drop back into the corner off the half wall. Back to the point. Borcheller has it. He goes D to Rykens. Rykens on net. Fronted by Noah Payton. And the puck goes behind.
It looks like Dubuque with a penalty right now. High sticking.
Another high sticking penalty.
Clip Noah Payton right underneath the face mask, I believe.
Here's Borcheller. Goes right between the circles and gets a quality shot on Weberg. 16 will go off. That's Jimmy McDermott. 2-minute minor for high sticking. Alex Deptula on the goal. Assist by Alex Skratsky and Tanner Egger for Omaha's first tally. Deptula on the dot just outside the Omaha defensive zone. 37 seconds left to the penalty for Angelo Perry.
That there pass was led a little too far for Alex Deptula from Tessier. That'll come all the way back.
Team skating 4-on-4 here. And within 31 seconds, Omaha will have a power play opportunity. Deptula on the face-off with Fortin. He wins the draw back to Tessier. Tessier on the hard wrap to Eggers. Eggers gains position and allows the puck to go into the Dubuque zone where Deptula's back on the chase. Puck comes to the point. Tessier drops it down, but it's redirected, and Dubuque's out with it. Number 12 coming up the right wing side, that's Mitchell. He lays it for Romagna, who drops it into the Omaha zone. Degnan now has it. He gets the right wing side. He comes into the zone. He's got some speed. He gets around to the defender and is rubbed off the play by Dylan Cross. Omaha on the power play now, 1:08 seconds. Puck's played low in the zone. Payton has it. He comes into neutral ice. He gains the red line, gives it to Mercier. Mercier tries to come across. He's still got some speed there, but it's poke checked away. And Dubuque able to lay it out. And Sloan plays it behind his cage, reverses it to Payton. Payton can't get there in time, and a shot steal by 7. Wolf, he goes right to the net and gets a shot on Weberg. Weberg steers the puck aside. Omaha with numbers in the corner, but Dubuque being aggressive on their kill. 22 seconds left in this one. Puck's left for Perry. Fenn's able to play it off. Perry's leveled into Fenn's, from behind. Puck comes to the point. Drive by Sloan, wide of the net. Cardona able to keep it in. Leaves it for Oldenhouse. Oldenhouse with a quality shot from the board side of the circles, and Fens with a kick save. Teams are full strength now. 11:52 left in the second period. The score's knotted at 1-1. McDermott playing it for Fortin. Fortin lays it in the Omaha corner. Forechecking pressure by McDermott. Puck comes behind the Omaha cage. Fortin moves it over to Borcheller. Borcheller fans on the shot. And we have a stoppage in play. And there'll be a cross-check penalty here. Referee Hunnicky is very busy this morning.
Looks like Carter Grobstick's going off for Dubuque after a cross-check to Jared Cardona.
Here's the replay. Grobstick cross-checks. I believe that was
Cardona's the one that got off of the ice.
Yeah. Face-off just outside the Omaha blue line. Drop back. Weberg plays it for Cardona. Cardona dishes it for Kraus. Back to Cardona. Cardona's got pressure. He's taken off the play by McDermott. Great play by Kraus to poke-check that puck away from Jimmy McDermott. Moved up the half wall to Skratsky. Dubuque able to force the play here and keep Omaha pinned in their zone. Eggers now with it. He gains the blue line. He'll come low. He still has control. Front side, now backside. Support by Skratsky. Puck moves over to Kraus. Back to Eggers. Eggers with a nice shot. Puck is loose. And a cover-up by Fens.
Fens had trouble catching that one through that traffic.
I think Deptula redirected it, and it popped up. We'll get a replay on this. But
I was going to say, and Deptula almost popped his second goal of the game in.
Absolutely. Eggers has it. He gains the zone. Skratsky will pick it up low. Puck comes back to the point to Eggers, and he gets a quality shot, and the puck went airborne off the save. Dubuque able to send it into the Omaha zone where Degnan plays it. He's got some skating room. He's coming down the right wing side, gains a red line, coming into the zone. He's looking to drop it. He drops it, and it's stolen away and chipped out by Dubuque Devils. 55 seconds left on the penalty to Grobstick. Reversal by Tessier, now picked up by centerman Angelo Perry. He comes up the right side. He's rubbed off the puck. Puck goes into the corner where Nora Oldenhouse plays it. Back up the half wall to Perry. Perry dishes it for Degnan. Redirect off the skate of Milius. Goes wide of the net. Picked up down low. And the puck's played out the length of the ice, and Dubuque on a clear. Degnan has it. Finds Tessier. They move it to Mercier. He tries to go for the cross-ice pass. Dubuque intercepts and dumps it back in. 9 seconds left on Omaha's power play. Degnan gets pressured by McDermott. He makes separation. Now we have another delayed call. We'll have a 2-minute minor roughing call. Steve Degnan goes off for Omaha. Number 12, 2-minute minor for rough. And Omaha will go on the penalty kill.
Looks like he's on his makeup round right now.
Well, it's really kind of taken the flow out of this game. I mean, every 2 minutes there's a whistle. Puck's dropped low. Played back up the half wall. Borcheller. Shot from the point. Goes wide of the net. Cross picks it up. Moves it over. Skratsky able to gain it. And tries to clear, but into the netting it goes, and we'll have a face-off.
A little too high.
Little too high. 9:11 left. Scores are ones. Degnan 1:47 left on this penalty. Face-off to the blocker side of Luke Weberg. Puck is dropped. Skratsky with the win. Omaha clears the zone, and Dubuque will have to retreat. Borcheller on the retrieve. Grobstick now with it. He's got the puck in the neutral ice, coming in the right wing side, lays it in the corner for himself. Payton now on the forecheck. He's got pressure, moves it up to Skrasky. Skrasky gets his forehand and able to clear the zone. Minute 17 left on the minor penalty to Degnan. Played up from behind the net. Cross now with it. He gains the Omaha blue line to Grobstick. Grobstick tries to find Borcheller. Cross-ice pass, and Dubuque has to regroup. Fortin now drops it again for Grobstick. He's got Payton checking him. Pinned up against the boards. They leave it behind the net for McDermott. McDermott back to Grobstick. Back to McDermott. Switching sides. He tries to find Fortin net front and kicked aside. Puck is still loose, 37 seconds. Out to Cross. Cross winds up. Back to Grobstick in the opposite far side corner. Fortin playing it, and yet again another whistle.
Well, he ends up, was this no to replay, sorry. He ends up hauling Noah Payton down on the boards as he tried to escape.
Well, here's the penalty. He trips Payton. Grobstick goes off on the tripping, and Haneke immediately rings up Carter Grobstick, and he's being ejected.
Well, and this is one of their seniors we talked about before the game. What does this game mean to either team? And, you know, Omaha's going on to play in Nationals, and this is their last game. So I know I talked to their team rep a little bit, and he's like, hopefully nothing silly happens.
Dubuque calls a timeout as they're trying to sort through this, because it looks like Grobstick has been asked to leave the playing surface. Now, there's 7 minutes and some seconds left in this second period, so we're not sure if he got a 10-minute misconduct and he just was asked to leave the ice, or he's been ejected from the game.
I'll follow up here and see what the point streak shows.
If he's been ejected from the game, that's a very serious problem for Dubuque, as he's one of their leaders and definitely one of their top players, and that would definitely make a difference in this game. Along with that, the coach would have to sit the first game of the start of next season.
Right.
If, in fact, he's been ejected from the game. I would like to think that...
Well, right now all that's up in the point streak is a 2-minute hooking penalty for Grobstick, so we'll hear it here.
9:09 into the second period. On number 9, Carter Grobstick, 2 minutes for hooking. Number 9 also assessed a game misconduct.
There's your answer. Referee Jim Haneke ejecting Carter Grobstick, Des Moines' leading scorer, one of their leading players for the remainder of the game, and this will result in ramifications that lead into next season.
Apparently said something that head referee didn't care to hear.
Well, you hate to see that because that really makes a difference in this game. Faceoff's just outside of the Dubuque blue line. Skratsky lays it into the zone. Dubuque able to play it D to D. Borcheller moves it down the ice and clears. Omaha picks it up behind the net. Cardona has it now. He's coming out of the zone. Minute 16 left on the minor part of that penalty. Puck on the hard wrap. Deptula just getting there, but unable to keep it in the zone. So now Skratsky on the retreat. He'll play it for Kraus. Kraus lays it indirectly, but McDermott intercedes and able to play the puck back into the Omaha zone. Kraus again with it up the half wall. Plays it for Eggers, unable to gain the zone, and Dubuque doing a great job. Stolen on a reversed attempt. Fortin has it. Now Kraus again with it. Moves it to Eggers. Eggers has it. He moves it across ice to Deptula. Deptula's lays it back on a blind pass, but picked up by number 8, Romagna. He lays it into neutral ice where Kraus is able to dump it back in, where Borchweller wraps it and clears the zone. 6:05 left in this tied game. Scores are ones. 11 seconds left on the minor penalty to Carter Grobstick that Grobstick is lost for the remainder of this game. Degnan now backhands it into the zone. Picked up by Rikens, and he makes the clear just as the penalty expires, and this will result in an icing call.
Absolutely.
Puck comes down to the Dubuque end. This face-off will be Milius against Zach Gruen. Gruen wins the draw. Back to the point is Tessier. Puck comes net front, and on a redirect, Jackson Peterson gets an opportunity and fends with a quick save. Another face-off to Fens' blocker side. Dubuque wins this one, but they play it up the half wall to Tessier. Tessier trying to fish it through. Played up by number 12, Mitchell. Mitchell reverses it, and Dubuque out, although Degnan, with a nifty play at the red line, chips the puck back in on the hard wrap. Gruen now brings it back, doing battle on the half wall, winning that battle down to Jacob Berkowitz. Gruen and Burko down low. Burko tries to dish Peterson as Peterson's crashing the slot area. Back to Gruen. Lays it back low for JP. Chipped out. Degnan on a nice pinch, able to keep the puck in the zone, and Omaha with good pressure right now. Dubuque wraps it. Degnan on the pinch. Tessier covering up. Oldenhouse is high. Mercier now in. Puck goes net front and steered away by Fens. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second period. Your score is 1-1. Dubuque and Omaha.
Some good pressure by Omaha there on that last possession, and Gruen was able to get to the corners quickly. Berkowitz, Peterson, and Degnan and Tessier did great jobs keeping that puck in.
Great reads by the point men as they were anticipating where that puck was going to go, and they were able to step up and keep the puck in the zone for added pressure. Dubuque gains neutral ice. Omaha grabs it. They leave it for Peyton. Peyton indirects a pass for Perry, unable to get there in time, and now Cross comes into the zone, offside. The rule on the penalty for Grobstick, any unserved game suspensions by a non-returning player will be served by the team's head coach. The number of games served is subject to the review by the commissioner. That's right out of the Midwest High School League rule book. So the coach will have to serve the first game of next season as a result of what happened here in this second period.
Or if there was another game
yes.
left in the season, then the player would serve it, obviously. But
correct.
In this case, that's not the situation.
But it does have a carryover rule. Face-off will be inside the Omaha defensive zone to Weberg's glove side. That's Dubuque's right wing face-off dot. Deptula on the draw. Puck is dropped back to Cardona. Cardona tries to find Skrasky through the middle. He loses the handle. Omaha fumbling around here in the high defensive zone. Deptula able to gain it. And now they've got a 3-on-1 with Eggers, Deptula. And a shot, a save. Kicked out, and Omaha was unable to cover that rebound as the net comes off. We'll get a replay on this. This was a nice play that developed off the draw. This faceoff comes off. Omaha tries to play it out right toward the middle. A little fumbling around here, but they're able to gain it out as Deptula takes it, deals it for Eggers, and there's a 3-on-1. Eggers lines up, gets his forehand and a shot. They triangulated very well. They had a weak side forward in Skratsky and a high forward in Deptula, but the puck just came out and into a soft spot where they weren't able to handle it. Into neutral ice is Dubuque. They lay it into the Omaha zone. Behind the net, Cardona grabs it. He brings it up the half wall to Estep. Estep tries to find Hatch. Estep's got it. He moves it to Walters. Walters and Estep now. Walter gains his forehand, gets a shot, and the puck was saved by Fens, but it looked like it was going to roll right down his back and moved off to the weak side post. Now Dubuque back on a 3-on-1. A shot and a save by Weberg. Now Omaha, 3-on-2. Walters has Estep. He dishes it behind him. Back to Walters. And a shot and a score by Cody Walters on a backhand give from Austin Estep off the right wing dot. Omaha leads 2-1. We'll get the replay on this. Back and forth action there in the last couple moments of that skirmish. Here's the play as it develops. Walters picks it up. He moves it to Estep a little behind him. He's able to belly out, play it for him, and a backhand shot finds the short side as Cody Walters converts. Dubuque now turning up the pressure. Off the faceoff, they come right into the Omaha zone and get a good quality opportunity on Luke Weberg with 2:43 left in this second period.
Oh, look, Weberg's hurt. They crashed the net and they landed right on him, and he's without helmet right now, holding his head. I'm sure he's okay, but he's a tough kid. Great competitor.
He'll put some dirt on it. He'll be right back in there.
So one thing, Mike, while we were in this stoppage of play, one thing I was thinking about, and Joel, you may be able to confirm, but with Grodstick, he's got that game suspension. He's going to be a player that the Team Midwest picks up. So within the league, that suspension, can he serve that in the Team Midwest team to alleviate his coach? Because it's technically a USA Hockey suspension. So technically he would have to sit it there, and his coach would potentially have to sit it in the league next year.
Yep.
That's something for them to look at.
We might have to talk to Kyle Larson on that for what the rule says. The goal was scored by number 14, Cody Walters, with assist to number 89, Austin Estep. Puck is dropped in the Omaha zone, chipped out into neutral ice. Peterson plays it for Grun. Grun lays it into the Dubuque end, played off behind the net by Fens. Fens moves it up the half wall. Finished check by Peterson. And Dubuque's out into neutral ice. Grun now. He tries to forecheck Wolf. Wolf comes up with a shot. And a save and a cover-up by Luke Weberg.
There's a penalty being called here. Referee Haneke active in the second period.
We've got a Dubuque player here.
Number 7.
That's Ethan Wolf, and he's being thrown out as well as he kind of goes to push off one of the linesmen. We'll get the call here. Here it is. There you go. Pushing off on the linesman, and that's Clark, Cody Clark.
Not once, but I think twice.
Twice, maybe. And he's being asked to leave the ice. So the officials will have a conference here at the scorers table. That's Haneke and Clark.
Nothing has gone up in point streak as of yet.
We'll give the information as it comes available here, but this faceoff will be in the Omaha zone, and it appears that an additional Dubuque player has been ejected from the game. I think what they're discussing is the ramifications as it tends to lead into next season.
Well, they may be talking to the linesman because it's Cody Clark that's over there. probably on that push-off, as number 7 was leaving the ice.
And I think the officials truly, they don't want to impact these kids and these teams, and they want to do the right thing. So they'll have a little powwow as to what to call in this situation. Looks like this could possibly result in a match penalty. There were 2 10-minute misconducts on the previous play, one each team. So we'll have, there's a Dubuque player in the box. Ian Sloan is also in the box for Omaha.
Dubuque's number 7, Ethan Wolf, assessed a 10-minute misconduct and a game misconduct.
The referee-in-chief from Tri-State has come over. Dubuque just ties this game off a shot from the top of the face-off circle on the board side, left wing side for Dubuque, and beats Luke Weberg glove side to knot this game at 2s with 1:52 left in this second period. Shot and a score right from the dot. Game's knotted at 2s. Face off in neutral ice. Perry kicks the puck forward and picked up by Borchweller. Borchweller comes in offside, and we'll come right back outside the Omaha defensive zone to face this off. Dubuque wins that draw. And right off the face-off comes to Cross on the left wing point, and he drives it toward the Omaha cage. Chip away by Oldenhouse. Borcheller getting there first. Comes behind his cage. Moves into neutral ice. Indirect pass. Can't find the handle, and Cardona picks it up, leaves it for Mercier, who leaves it for Perry. Lays it in the zone for Deptula. Deptula had it on the side of the net. Dubuque gains control now. Fortin leaves it in neutral ice where Payton grabs it. Backhands it up the ice for Kraus, who tries to find Perry. Mishandled by Payton. He moves it indirectly into neutral ice for Deptula. Skratsky now out with Borcheller as he lays it into the opposite side corner. Puck net front to Jimmy McDermott. Puck is still loose. Saved by Weberg on good pressure by Dubuque. Deptula now with it, trying to gain the zone. He has it just outside of the blue line. And offsides is waived. Eggers has it now. He dishes it for Skratsky, who gets behind Rykins. Skratsky tries to play it back for Eggers. Puck comes net front just out of the reach of Eggers. Pate's now with it, and that ends the second period of action. And what a period it was. Your score is 2-2. End of 2. We'll be back with highlights and third period action. You're watching the Omaha Junior Lancers Hockey Network.
When you play hockey, you play more than just a game. Hockey gets your legs moving and your heart pumping, builds lean muscle, and it keeps you fit. Plus, it's fun to play no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move. Let's skate, shoot, and score. Let's build confidence. Let's eat better so we have the energy we need to play. Let's create friendships and become part of the team. Just go to letsmove.gov to learn more.
When old money and older entitlement invade Missouri, Reuben Beeler is dispatched by the Federal Marshal Service to investigate complaints from small farmers and ranchers that a wealthy Englishman has taken over an entire county. Rube leaves his wife and their baby at home and enters into a conflict where might is right and Sir Merritt Treadstone is prepared to do whatever is necessary to establish the Calico Cattle Company and his new American kingdom. With Marion Daniels and Homer Poteet, Reuben faces poison, arson, and murder as he struggles to put down a British invasion and stay alive on the Calico Trail. Calico Trail, part of the Trail series by David R. Lewis. Available as an ebook at Amazon.com, Smashwords, and iTunes, and as an e-audiobook at Audible.com.
License and registration, please. Sure. You know you made an illegal left turn back there?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, you've got to be kidding! That call stinks! You stink! Right, Dad? Tell him. You're not just gonna sit there and take this, are you? Stand up to this moron! Tell him that call was crap! Don't hold back! Let him have it! What are you looking at, loser?
Welcome back to the Ames ISU Arena here in between second and third period. Currently tie game here, 2-2 between the Dubuque Devils and the Omaha Junior Lancers. Mike?
Good period of hockey, good hockey game. Lack of flow a little bit, a lot of penalties, and some serious ones on the Dubuque side of things. And we had the referee in chief from the district or the affiliate come up and ask us a few questions on obtaining video and so on and so forth. And we thought there at the end with the Wolf and Clark that there may be some serious ramifications as a player putting his hands on an official. And we don't think it was as serious as what was first thought. Yeah.
Yep. And and they'll utilize that information for training and any further penalties that may need to be assessed. But
absolutely,
that's not for us.
Here's the part of the play where the push-offs happen. A couple simultaneous ones. And the linesman, who is also a referee in games, Cody Clark, quality referee, sometimes when these things occur, and you see it a lot in higher levels, where linesmen will get in and try to separate guys, and they actually physically and bodily make contact. And sometimes in heated situations, that's not always the best case. And, here you got two guys trying to latch on to the kid, and that puts the kid in a very defensive posture, and and I think the officials will rule that maybe we could have done things a little bit differently.
Sure.
But you don't want to impact the players. Honestly, these officials that try to do the right thing, they don't want to cause any undue problems for these players. And I'm not sure if Wolf is a senior or not. Don't really know, but he may be back next year, or he may graduate. So here's the play as it developed. There's a push-off right there.
Yeah, there were at least two push-offs.
And now Clark, has released the player and is just trying to escort him off the ice. Yeah, that's something you don't like to see. The officials are out there to keep the rules in order and
manage the game.
Yeah, manage the game and have proper decorum within the scope of the game. And players need to realize that they're authority figures, and they know the rule book. You have to abide by what they're teaching on the ice.
Absolutely. And it was an unfortunate event between a couple of players, and I think those two players that they lost, Dubuque, may impact them a little bit.
Absolutely. The loss of Grobstick seemed to motivate the Devils rather than demotivate. Yep. So,
well, let's go ahead and take a look at the second period goals.
Here's the highlights. Skratsky comes down into the corner. He finds Eggers in a nice open ice area, He drives the puck, and Deptula able to finish the play there with a crowd of people in front of the net. So that was a nice goal. We'll watch it again.
And this goal
here, Eggers finds a nice patch of ice here, gets the shot, and there's Deptula right on the doorstep.
Workhorse.
And he just shovels that thing in. It was a dirty goal, but you know what? He'll take it. And he gets rather
wasn't as pretty as yesterday's goal, but he'll take it. Yeah,
he gets roughed up there. But you know what? When you stand in front of the net and you score goals like that, that's what's going to happen. You know.
Absolutely, and that tied the game up 1-1, and goal number 2 here.
Here's Walters coming out of the zone. He delivers a pass to Estep. Estep has to belly out to catch it in his skate, and then right back to Walters, and he's able to score on the short side of Fens there.
And I don't know if you noticed, part of that play, the way it developed was Cardona jumping up into the play, and he screened Fens a little bit, and maybe Fens wasn't able to move quite as well as he would have liked, but because he had traffic in front of him.
Well, you can see Cardona's top foot is outside the crease area. His lower foot comes into the crease area just as Walters shoots the puck. As far as any interference, there wasn't any, and that puck found a window just on his short side. Joel says they should have thrown a coach's challenge. Anyway, those are the highlights on the Omaha side.
And I think we have the second Dubuque goal here that ties that game up. We'll have that in a few seconds.
This is the previous goal, but if you remember, there were 2 breaks right before it. The play went back to back, so I'm going to show the first 2.
Okay, we've got a couple other highlights here.
This is just before that goal.
Just before that Omaha goal. Great opportunity. Walters to E-step to Walters down the left wing side, back to E-step, and they get a quality opportunity. And then right back comes Dubuque. And then here is the goal. So 3 really good plays, kind of a trifecta of end-to-end hockey there, and results in a Omaha goal at the culmination of those 3 plays. And on that play, Cardona is slashed by Fens. Right there on his Achilles.
You know, if that was a Cardona in his freshman year, he'd have turned around and give him a 2-hander right back.
Cardona has developed not only as a player but as a young man, and he's one of those kids that's tough to play against. And a lot of coaches in the league would love to have a guy like that. That shot was a turnover, low in the zone. They tried to make the half-wall pass on a blind play. Cross picks it up, gets to the dot, and beats Luke Weber glove side. Here's your score at the second intermission. Omaha Junior Lancers 2, Dubuque Devils 2. We'll be back with third period action. You're watching the Omaha Junior Lancers Hockey Network.
The sports medicine program at Nebraska Medicine is proud to be the athletic trainer and sports medicine provider for Omaha Junior Lancers high school hockey. The multidisciplinary program is uniquely designed to bring together physicians and professionals from specialties and subspecialties, collaborating to develop a customized treatment and rehabilitation program for each patient. The sports medicine team includes experts in primary care, sports medicine, orthopedics, neurology, physical and occupational therapy, and athletic training. For injuries sustained during any activity, count on one team for treatment. To make an appointment with the sports medicine program, call 1-800-922-0000. Nebraska Medicine. Serious medicine. Extraordinary care.
At Olden House Contracting, our specialty is transforming homes and leaving lasting impressions. Through quality craftsmanship and courageous design, we'll bring your vision to life. Olden House Contracting, 402-573-8125 or oldenhousecontracting.com.
We're back live at the Ames Ice Arena on the campus of Iowa State University for third period action in a tied game, 2-2, Omaha Junior Lancers versus the Dubuque Devils. Mike, we had a text that you wanted to give a shout-out to there.
Yeah, we want to go ahead and give a shout-out to Alex Deptula's grandma. She's 90, and she's watching from Columbus, Ohio this morning. So welcome to the show, and glad that Alex is able to put a goal in the back of the net for you to see.
It's 2 days in a row for Alex, and he got the game-winning goal yesterday, which was great to see on a fantastic play off a chipped pass to the point, and he was able to score a shorthander on a breakaway. Start of the third period here at the Ames ISU Ice Arena. Beautiful day here in Ames, Iowa. We've got 2 more games into the championship rounds today. We'll try to get you more information on here it is. Ethan Wolf, unsportsmanlike conduct and a 10-minute misconduct. Unsportsmanlike and abuse of an official match penalty. So this will result in some serious ramifications. By rule, if you put your hands on an official, that automatically results in a match penalty.
We're getting ready for second or third period action here. Sorry. Game's tied 2-2. Getting ready to drop the puck.
McDermott. He'll face Skratsky. This line's getting a lot of action here tonight, or this morning, I should say. Shots are 15-15. Both teams pretty evenly matched game. And here's Deptula. Similar spot as yesterday. He's on his forehand, and a shot just wide of the net. He's got good speed. He's a great north-south skater. And now back the other way with a poke check save. And I think Weberg got a little bit of that, but there's going to be a penalty here on this. Looks like a slash, and will probably go against Omaha. And judging by Steve Degnan's body language, no, he's just leaving the bench. Well, that's good.
I'm not sure who they're giving it then to.
Looks like Eggers.
Well, see, he wasn't even anywhere near the play.
No, he was on the half wall.
So I think he was just maybe referee was just given a penalty to give one. I'm not sure.
Here's the play. Oh, you know what? No, Eggers got a nice shot at him. Right here. Watch the two-hand. There it is.
I would have probably been more inclined to give it to Degnan the way they were tied up there.
Lost his number. I thought he was coming down the right wing half wall, but he was right there in the middle of things. Good call. He goes off for 2 minutes for slashing. Puck comes up to half wall, back down low for McDermott. McDermott tries to find Cross behind the net. He's got pressure by Sloan. McDermott reeling behind the net. Sloan gains possession, loses it in front of the net. And Dubuque with a wraparound opportunity, and Weberg with a save. This face-off will be to Weberg's glove side. McDermott on the draw. Fortin and Borcheller on the points for Dubuque. That's their right wing face-off circle. Puck is dropped, comes back to Payton. Payton able to indirect it off the glass, and he's got Peterson unable to come into the zone. It looked like he was going to have a quality opportunity to get in alone on a shorthanded play. The puck is launched into neutral ice. Borcheller on the retrieve. He's got pressure from Grun. Grun loses an edge, and Borcheller comes out with speed. He gains the blue line, comes to his backhand, leaves it for Cross. Cross moves down the left wing circle, drops it behind the net for Borcheller, who brings it up the half wall, and no one's there.
Because Borcheller's down the half wall, and he only had one D-back.
And no one was covering for him, so there was no one to give that puck to. It comes out into neutral ice, and Rykins throws it back in. Sloan now with it. He lays it back down on a clear. Dubuque picks it up behind their net and moves it toward LeConte. A chip by Cardona, tries to gain neutral ice, unable to do so, and Dubuque still has it in the zone. Milius now drops it low. They try to fish it back net front on a crashing play. Omaha tries to ring it up the half wall. Fanned by Belmont. And Omaha able to clear on net. And Fens with a save. Turnover in the neutral ice zone. Estep has it. He comes down the zone. He's not as quick as he's been. He has a bit of an injury and a tender lower body injury, and unable to fly up and down the ice like we're used to seeing him. But he's out there playing, giving it his all. We're even strength now. 14 minutes and 19 seconds left in this third period. Peyton picks it up, brings it up. Omaha finds weak side indirect pass. Jacob Berkowitz comes into the zone. He leaves it for Hatch, and unable to make the connection, they have to regroup. Hatch back in on the forecheck. Dubuque takes it. McDermott chips it in neutral ice into the Omaha zone, and Cardona comes back. Peyton plays it out of his end. Finds Estep. Estep fans on the shot, backhands it in, and Fens with a stop. He plays it off to Borcheller, who plays it into neutral ice. They try to stretch a forward. Peyton with a shot and a glove save. Shot by Peyton from the blue line. Glove save by Fens at 13:34. This face-off will be to Fens' glove side. The rule on Ethan Wolf, he is a senior, and we'll have to wonder if Kevin Nolan would have to serve or whatever they give him at the hearing next year. There'll have to be a hearing on this since it was a match penalty, and then a decision will be made as to what sanctions will need to be served by their coaching staff.
So between those two players, he could be sitting out a few games to begin the season.
It's possible, yes. Nice feed by Walters to Peterson off the face-off there. Peterson comes net front. He's off the weak side post. They try to indirect it for Kraus, but it vacates the zone, and Peyton has to come down low to pick it up. He indirects a pass to Gruen. Gruen's taken out of the play by Borcheller. Omaha lays it into the zone. Walters tries to play it net front. Back to Borcheller. Peyton has to retreat and regroup again. He'll move it up the half wall. Walters tries to kick it in the zone. This will result in an icing as he didn't make contact. We've also been given information that the Grobstick penalty has also been ruled as a match and not a game. We're not sure why that occurred. Those specifics will be in the referee's report. So that's 2 match penalties for the Devils that could really impact them for the start of next season. Face off in the Omaha zone. Weberg's blocker side. Omaha wins it back to Degnan. Degnan on the hard wrap. Tries to find Deptula on the wall. Sloan has it. He loses the handle, able to regain it, and moves it back and turns it over to Mitchell, who gets a shot on goal. Skratsky and Degnan trying to win the puck. Nice job by Skratsky turning out and making a great defensive move. Shot from the point by Mitchell. Really gets through. And Weberg with a nice save. Puck comes to the point. Mitchell fishes one through in front of traffic, and Weberg able to track that all the way in. Makes the save. Puck is dropped. Omaha able to clear the zone. This should result in an icing. They wave it. Noah Oldenhouse chases Borcheller out of his end, and Omaha able to tap it back into neutral ice. Mercier unable to play it out of his skates. He comes back into the zone. Now a backhand pass to Noah Oldenhouse. He tries to chip it past Borcheller, unable to do so, and it's driven back in. Another blind pass and intercepted by Mitchell. Perry has it. He tries to gain neutral ice. Now Oldenhouse has a little bit of skating room. He gets forechecking pressure by LeConte. Dubuque able to lay it in, and Omaha defender Jared Cardona goes D to D in his end to Kraus. Kraus gains the blue line. He moves it across to Berkowitz. He lays it in for Hatch. Hatch coming in with speed. He's first there, wins the puck, but leaves it, and Borcheller able to gain control and moves it up the half wall to number 6, Fortin. Fortin moves it to neutral ice. Cardona intercepts. McDermott taken off the play by Estep. Estep has control of the puck now. He moves it to Berkowitz. Berkowitz tries to lay it for Hatch. Hatch coming into the zone. He gets there with Rykens. Rykens tries to play it up the half wall. Comes out to the point. Degnan marches in. Gets a shot just wide of the net. Degnan with room up top. Oh, he tried to find weak side forward Jacob Berkowitz, who was loaded on his one time and was not able to convert on the play. And Dubuque clears to the Omaha end. Degnan on the retreat. He picks up the puck, moves it to Payton. Payton up to Estep. Estep throws it in the zone. Belmont picks it up. He moves it to Mitchell. Mitchell still has it behind his cage. He stops, redirects, tries to find McDermott on the half wall. Payton intercedes, and the puck comes back down to the Omaha zone where Cardona loses the handle, and it was wrapped net front. There's a tripping call there. This will go against the Devils as Omaha on a delayed call. Walters tries to hold the line as Jackson Peterson comes across, and we'll have a 2-minute minor penalty.
Nothing against the call, but I thought Grun stepped on the puck as he was coming through.
Here's the replay. There's the pressure by Degnan on that shot that occurred just before the play. Another comeback by Degnan, just wide, and watch the play here. The puck comes right across the net mouth. There it is, and Berkowitz just fanned on it. He would have had an empty net. As you could see, it was an empty net. Omaha on a power play, and Dubuque able to clear.
We have not fared well on the power play today.
No. Pates picks it up. He moves it for Walters, who uses his skate to chip it to Grun. Grun lays it in the zone for Peterson. He comes in. Sloan at the point, drops it low. Walters moves it back for Sloan. He tries to gain the zone deep. Payton to the lower half of the faceoff circle, and Walters launches a shot and a kick save by Fens. And now Romagna comes out. He lays it in the Omaha zone. Sloan has a quick up opportunity here if they move quickly. Back along the bench there. Degnan picks it up. He pushes it forward into the Dubuque end. Gains his forehand. Tries to dish it for Berkowitz. Unable to find the handle. Comes back to the point. Too hard a pass, and Tessier unable to corral it, and comes back into his defensive zone. Degnan plays it up the half wall. Estep now with it. He's streaking down the right wing side. And from our vantage point, we just saw a stick fly about 20 feet in the air. we're not sure. We'll get a description here on the replay. Here's the tripping call to Grun as he's coming out of the zone, and his back leg was picked up. We thought he might have stepped on the puck.
His other skate was on the puck.
Was on the puck? Okay, well, double trip. He got tripped on both feet.
Yeah, we just saw this stick flying and no clue, but they called an interference penalty on Omaha.
So we have Jacob Berkowitz goes off on a minor penalty for interference, and apparently he was the perpetrator of the flying stick that came right in front of our broadcast booth here, about 20 feet off the ice. Fortin comes into the zone, gets a shot. He gets blocked by Cardona. Puck comes to Belmont at the point. He tries to lay it down, and that's Zach Kraus. He's able to clear the zone as Cross moves it up for Fortin. Fortin gets the handle again, drops it low. Cardona on the play. Dubuque coming back to the top. Borcheiler. Shot on goal and a kick save. Puck is loose. Omaha is struggling getting to these loose pucks here. They finally clear. 56 seconds left on the penalty for interference to Jacob Berkowitz. Borcheiler brings it out of his zone. God, he gets a tremendous amount of ice time, doesn't he?
He's a good skater, good player.
Puck's in the corner. Payton, Borcheiler, and McDermott on it. Dubuque's got numbers. Borch comes out. He drops it for McDermott, who goes to the point. Reichs with a shot just over the top of the net. That puck had eyes on it. Sloan tries to hard wrap and does so. Grun coming into the Dubuque end, angling off Rikens. Back to Grun it comes. He drops it back for his D to stretch the play. Sloan buys a few seconds and dumps it back into the Dubuque end where they have to regroup. Pressure by Jackson Peterson now on Borcheiler. Teams are full strength, and Borcheiler curls out, makes a nice escape move. Back to Rikens. Back to Borcheiler. He indirects it into neutral ice for McDermott. Nice play as they come in the Omaha zone, but Omaha's got numbers, and Estep has it now. He takes a look, leaves it for Hatch. And we'll have an icing call, even though that was touched. The format here, if it's tied at regulation, we'll go immediately to a 5-man shootout and then a sudden death shootout. So that's the format in the tournament. End of regulation tie, immediately to 5-man shootout, then sudden death shootout if need be. I'd like to thank our producer, Joel Becker, for all the helpful information he passes along to us during the course of this game. Tessier trying to come out of the zone. He leaves it for Hatch, who gives it back to Tessier. Tessier on his forehand, trying to gain an angle to the net. He escapes behind the net. He's still got control. He's coming net front. He's got forechecking pressure and chipped away from the puck as Estep loses the handle, and too much stick handling low in the zone, and Dubuque almost ends up with an opportunity. Berkowitz, shot on goal, kick saved by Fens. Oldenhouse trying to keep the puck in the Dubuque end, comes out to Perry. They try to find a streaking Mercier. They're tagged up. Omaha's back in. Perry's going to be first to the puck. He beats Belmont. Belmont rubs him off the play, but Perry still has control. Throws it net front on a blind pass, and no one there but a Dubuque defender who just throws it into neutral ice to relieve the pressure. Cardona steps up. He comes into the zone. He makes a nice move. He's got a great reach. Taken down on the play. Dropped it into the zone for McDermott. McDermott escapes. And they go cross ice to Fortin. Fortin comes into the zone. It's a 2-on-2. Cardona trying to gain position. Rubs Fortin off the play. They drop it behind the net to Cross. Cross moves it to Borcheiler. He gets a shot and a save by Luke Weberg.
It may have been blocked by Cardona there, too.
A lot of massive humanity in front of the net there. He saw the puck. Mercier now, he comes into the zone, loses the handle. Kraus has it. He tries to lay it in. It doesn't get low enough. Walters now with it. He goes to his backhand, throws it into the Dubuque end. 3:36 left in this third period. Scores are knotted at 2s. Borcheiler tries to stretch pass, comes out into neutral ice. Fortin able to play it in. Milius now with it. Shot down low. Hard wrapped and out of the zone. Rikens can't keep it in. He goes D to Borcheiler. He drops it back for Rikens. Rikens indirects, tries to find Borcheiler on the half wall. Cody Walters now with it. He dishes it for Grun. Tries to fish it back for Walters. Walters had his back to the play and wasn't able to see that Grun had the control of the puck. Sloan now with it. Moves it up the half wall. Walters throws it cross ice. Milius now with it. He comes in, makes a nice move, played off by Payton. Payton moves it up the half wall to Walters. Walters backhands it into neutral ice. He's got a streaking Tanner Eggers. It's a race with Fens. Fens gets there first and able to play the puck back out into neutral ice. Skratsky comes in. A nice play. And Omaha able to gain the zone. And this puck will go on net. Played off by Fens. 2:19 left in this game. Omaha with pressure now. Borcheller has it. He threads the needle to Fortin in a great save on a spring opportunity on a stretch pass.
End-to-end action both ways. Making it exciting with this last 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
I should have taken my heart medicine this morning. Here's the first stop. Deptula comes in. He's got pressure. Borcheller takes the puck, and he threads the needle on a stretch pass, who gets behind Steve Degnan, and fortunately, Luke Weberg with a heads-up save. Puck's dropped. Dubuque still has control. Hatch trying to gain pressure. Shot on goal and a save! Puck comes out off the opposite side. That's LeConte. He comes across the net, and Dubuque with pressure right now. Shot goes wide of the net, comes up. Omaha chips it out. They've got numbers. They're going to 2-on-1 one side of the D. Burko tries to dump the puck or lay it in for Hatch. Comes off the half wall, and Dubuque's back out again. Cross played off by Pates. Now that's a play that you could probably call 30 times in a hockey game. Pates stepped up as Cross tried to lay the puck behind him and was able to step up and stop him from getting to the puck.
Absolutely. Referees are going to allow you that first one, but if you keep doing it, they're going to call you for that interference.
Yeah, and it's something you see so often in a hockey game. Like I said, you could call it just about every shift.
Right.
Face off, Peterson tossing Milius. Netter comes in. Peterson wins the draw. Indirect pass to Cody Walters. He's in the open. He comes in, he shoots on a rebound, and he scores! Shot on goal, initial save by Fens. Comes right back out on the rebound to Cody Walters, and he finishes the play with 1:13 seconds left in this game. Omaha takes a 3-2 lead.
Now, this is the part of the game that you have to, as a coach, you've got to calm your team down. Let them know you may be up by one, but a minute left.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Here's the replay. Indirect pass. Both forwards fly the zone. Walters comes in. First save.
And rebound.
Rebound. 5-hole goal.
No hesitation there.
Nice touch on the rebound. It was a nice tap in. Minute 6 left. Skratsky in the zone trying to keep the puck low. 1 minute left in this one. Deptula just tossing it low in the zone. Smart play. Skratsky now, he gets muscled off the play, and Borcheller's tying up in the zone. Dubuque tries to gain it. Deptula doing battle with McDermott on the half wall. Puck still in neutral ice. Poke check by Eggers. Dubuque trying to pull their goaltender. Here he goes. They'll add a sixth attacker. Taken out of the play with 22 seconds left. Zach Gruen on a tripping call. Will go off. Cody Walters on the third goal in the game. Well, we're not going to say it. On the third goal, assist to Jared Cardona on a nice stretch pass indirectly into neutral ice. But Omaha will go down. Dubuque will have a two-man advantage as they've got their netminder pulled on a 2-minute Zach Gruen penalty. Zach doesn't take a lot of penalties, so uncharacteristic penalty for him, but it's just one of those things that it was kind of flagrant, and they had to call it. Walters tries to hit the open net. Peterson now on it. Five seconds left. And Omaha wins this game 3-2 over the Dubuque Devils. There's your final score. Omaha Junior Lancers varsity finishes the season with a 3-2 victory in the state tournament to the Dubuque Devils. We'll be right back for a wrap-up. You're watching the Omaha Junior Lancers Hockey Network.
One man's lifetime search for his place in the cosmos and his purpose in the universe. A teacher, healer, reader, and author, David R. Lewis has spent his life moving from dogma to karma and farther in the search for answers to the questions so many of us have. David offers a wealth of his personal experience and shares some of the wisdom of his mentor, the late Dr. Henry Rucker. In a refreshing approach to life, he claims no truths but his own, with no desire to convert or convince, but only to share and support. Join David in this glimpse of the endless journey toward an unknown destination. Endless Journey Toward an Unknown Destination by David R. Lewis. Available as an e-book at Amazon.com, Smashwords, and iTunes, and as an e-audiobook at Audible.com.
If you can skate, you can skate. If you can shoot, you can shoot. If you can score, you can score.
I'm Brian Burke, General Manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I'm Patrick Burke, Scout for the Philadelphia Flyers. Before my brother Brennan passed away in 2010, he was the first person to fight for the rights of gay athletes in professional hockey. Since his accident, our family has fought hard to carry on his legacy and ensure that LGBT athletes around the world are afforded equal opportunity, judged only by their talent, character, and work ethic in their sport.
We're now joined by hockey players from around the world supporting my son Brennan's simple message.
If you can play,
you can play.
if you can play,
You can play.
If you can play,
You can play.
Welcome back here to the Ames ISU Arena. Your final score in the fifth place game, your Omaha Junior Lancers winning this game in fine fashion, 3-2 over the Dubuque Devils.
Just in the nick of time, we had just over a minute left in that third period when Cody Walters was able to convert a nice stretch pass into the game-winning goal, and we'll have a replay here. Here's the play. Omaha gains possession off the faceoff, and the two forwards immediately vacate the zone, and Jared Cardona swings a nice stretch pass to Walters. He comes in unattended. The first shot was a great save by Fens. The rebound came right out onto his tape, and he was able to feather that pass into the 5-hole and score the game winner.
Absolutely. Last weekend in Kansas City, you named him the Good Hands team.
Yeah, he's one of the Good Hands team. There's a few of them, and he has a nice pair of mitts. Sometimes he overuses them, but in a situation like that, he did a great job.
Today he had 2 goals. I would name him Arsi Murado 3-star of the game for number 1 star.
Absolutely.
Number 2 star Alex Deptula, and then number 3 star Luke Weberg.
I think those are good choices. Weberg really made some key saves in this game through traffic, and did a great job stopping Dubuque. Deptula, he just brings an energy level that's just tremendous to the game, and I think a lot of upperclassmen could learn a lot from a kid that has that much want to.
Absolutely, and Alex, 16-year-old senior, he's got a lot of potential upside. He's heading off to college next year, and he's got a lot more than just hockey in his future, or bright future.
For those that don't know, that boy is probably, I don't know what his IQ is, but it's through the roof. He can attend just about any Division I school academically that he chooses to attend. So we wish him well, and his future is going to be bright.
And for anybody that wants to catch a glimpse of that line, Egger, Deptula, and Skradsky, they're going to be back here next weekend playing Friday afternoon, and we'll be streaming these games live again next weekend with the help of Beck Brothers Productions. And the first game for the JV tournament is noon Friday against the Des Moines Oak Leafs.
We'd like to thank Joel Becker for helping us out and just setting up this beautiful situation here for us to broadcast these games and to actually televise them, which is the first time we've done this all year. And we'd like to thank him in advance for next weekend as well. We really appreciate your help, and we appreciate all you do during the broadcast and just everything. And we wish you and the KC Jets the best of luck in the championship game today.
Absolutely, and just a couple of other thank yous. I want to go ahead and thank Rick Rhines for assisting on the camera this weekend, and Chris Perry helped out on Friday. And I just want to go ahead and give just a quick shout out to all of our parents that have helped all year long, volunteering. Without the parents, this isn't going to happen.
We have a very good group and very engaged parents. They're always there, whatever the team needs, and a big thank you to everyone. And those parents that have seniors that this is kind of the end of the road for them, we wish you well, and I know what that feels like. It's not easy, but you'll get through it, and just keep supporting the Omaha Junior Lancers.
And one last shout out. I want to thank the Omaha coaching staff. Head coach Andy Blazik. He's an expecting father, along with Coach Andy Odo. They're both Coach Odo's expecting here within any day now.
Yes.
And Coach Blazik, his wife's expecting here in the next probably month. So congratulations to both those guys, and then also thank you to Coach Nick Harrihill and Alex Early. They'll be here next week with the JV squad.
Absolutely, and we wish them the best of luck too.
All right. Well, again, you've been watching the Omaha Junior Lancers defeat the Dubuque Devils 3-2. You've been watching the Junior Lancer Hockey Network.
The sports medicine program at Nebraska Medicine is proud to be the athletic trainer and sports medicine provider for Omaha Junior Lancers high school hockey. The multidisciplinary program is uniquely designed to bring together physicians and professionals from specialties and subspecialties, collaborating to develop a customized treatment and rehabilitation program for each patient. The sports medicine team includes experts in primary care, sports medicine, orthopedics, neurology, physical and occupational therapy, and athletic training. For injuries sustained during any activity, count on one team for treatment. To make an appointment with the sports medicine program, call 1-800-922-0000. Nebraska Medicine. Serious medicine. Extraordinary care.
At Olden House Contracting, our specialty is transforming homes and leaving lasting impressions. Through quality craftsmanship and courageous design, we'll bring your vision to life. Olden House Contracting, 402-573-8125 or